name is Aretha Lynn Chambers. I was born at John Gaston on the 16th day of June of '67. Well, my mother gave me to my daddy's parents when I was 2. And little after that happened, the sexual abuse from my daddy's brother started when I was 2. I kept telling my grandmother, he doing stuff to me. And my uncle, my daddy's brother, convinced my grandparents, convinced their parents that I was mentally ill. So they signed paper to put me on medication, giving the doctors permission to put me on medication. I've been beat on my head as a small child by my granddaddy. And I started having epileptic seizures when I was 10. And my daddy, he dead now though. When I was 13, he gonna put a sock in my mouth, handcuff my hand and feet together, and beat me while he played God Bless America on the stereo. And my granddad would tell me stuff like, I didn't want you, I never wanted you, your grandma was one that wanted you, that's the reason why you here. He was just stuff like me, you gonna be a hoe like your mama, you ain't gonna live to see 16. And I had a lot of hatred from there. And when I did, my grandmother would whoop me because I would come home crying because the other kids beat me up. So when I did start fighting, it was hard for me to stop. And then I ended up getting kicked out of schools for fighting. And then as I finished school, I ended up going to jail. People would hit and knock on me, and when I do something to them, they would come downtown and put warrants out for my arrest. But they didn't tell the judge they passed the first link. So I've been in and out of the system since I was 19 for aggravated assault with the intent to commit murder. Then I started going in and out of mental institutions as a teenager. And every time I would go to jail, I would be sent to MHNI for a psychic evaluation. You see, am I capable of standing trial? Well, I would take my medicine, but still, it wasn't too much you could do that to make me click. That's why I said medicine can only do so much. You had to help yourself along with the medicine. My baby was taken from me because I do have a mental illness. They took my baby from me the same day he was born. A second after he was born, he was taken from me because I do have a mental illness. And his daddy does too. When my baby was 3, I was in jail. He said, Mama, I'm tired of you going to jail. He said, stop, go. You telling me not to fight. And look at you, Mama. He was 4 years old. And he said, Mama, look at you. You doing everything you tell me not to do. He said, you confusing me. And that right there let me know that I needed to make a change. Not only for him, but for me. So I'll be here to see him grow up. I did a year and 9 days in jail in '97. From '97 to February '98, I did a year and 9 days because the officer pulled me out of a squad car and called me a B and told me that I was going to have so many charges I wouldn't know what to do with it. So he charged me with robbery, public drunkenness, disturbing the peace, and disorderly conduct. The judge had sent me to Baltimore, Tennessee, December 29th of 1999 to see if I was mentally competent or not. So I did, so I was supposed to be in Baltimore for 60 days. But that 60 days turned into be 2 years. And this September, on the 17th, I'll be out of Baltimore for 4 years. And the folks in Baltimore told me, you'll be back in 3 days. So the 3 days turned into 1 week, the 1 week turned into 2, and then the 1 week turned into 1 month. Then I came into contact with Mr. Bush. And I was about 2 or 3 months of being with Mr. Bush, I met Miss Smart. I know if I ever feel distressed, I can always call them, and they're always there. No matter what, they're there. Through the rough times and the not so rough times, they're like a dog with a flea, you can't get rid of them. In 2003, I was at Mississippi Health Net, and I got baptized. And when I did, it felt like the burdens of the world left me. I ain't forgot what happened to me as a child, but I'm not dwelling on it all day long either. I found out the less that I thought about it, and the less that I dwelled on it, I was more content. I'm more content now than I've been in the 38 years that I've been living. But I found out, the older I get, my grandparents, they were abused by their parents. And I found out, not that they didn't love me, they just didn't know how to break the abuse cycle. And I told the Lord that I want to do my baby the way that I was done. And I don't abuse him. When he was little, he would try to feed me, he would play in my hair, he would try to put my shoes and socks on me, and he would tell me that he loved me. And that's all I've been looking for all my life, was to be loved. And when I gave birth to him, and he started telling me that he loved me, it's like I got what I've been searching for all these years, and that's to be loved. And I found it, I'm going to end up with custody of my baby after this long, hard struggle. Now, the only one I've been through is I don't do drugs and I don't drink beer. And I did something my mama, nor my daddy did. I finished the 12th grade when neither one of my parents did. God kept me here so I could reach out to people to keep them from making the same mistakes I did. I ain't gonna say I know what it's like to do drugs or alcohol, because I don't. But I know what it's like to be raped, physically abused, verbally abused, and mentally abused, and sexually abused. I know how it is. But drugs and alcohol ain't the answer. It's just gonna add more to your problem than help. I get a comfort out of knowing that somebody else can learn from my experiences, so they won't make the same mistakes that I did and keep going in and out the system. And I want to let people know, don't never put down nobody, because you don't know who's going to have to be the one to do something for you. And the person you look down on might have to be the one to wash your tail and feed you. So don't never look down on nobody, because you don't know what's going to happen to you before you leave here. Treat people as you want to be treated. Peace out. Thank you. Thank you so much.